How you guys doing? My name is Giovanni Dominguez, and today I'm gonna be talking about my story, how I joined the life insurance industry, my experience. Just so you guys know, I'm not here to recruit you guys. I'm not here to sell you guys anything. I'm just trying to help you guys out and get you guys in a better position. Because if I knew what I knew now, what I knew back then, 2 years ago when I joined the industry, I would have been in a way different situation. Last month, I did 12.5 annual premiums in sales. So that's just kind of like as proof. Firstly, today I want to talk about, my story. How did I join the life insurance industry? So the way I joined the life insurance industry was probably a lot of the ways a lot of people join the life insurance industry. So, this was back when I was 18 years old, 18 and a half. I first met up with this one guy named Gustavo. I still talk to this guy, super amazing guy, but this guy sat down with me and, I didn't even know what I was gonna sit down for. This guy recommended me. At the time I was doing stocks and I was cutting hair. I was actually a barber. But I sat down with this guy and, this guy pretty much sold me the dream, and he was like, dude, you gotta do what I'm doing. I make tons of money, and, you just gotta follow me if you wanna make this money. So I was like, you know what, I don't know. I'm not sure, but he convinced me to go to this Vegas convention center. So every year, this company, I'm not gonna say the name of this company, but every year this company does a convention, and they bring tons of agents of their company to go to this convention, and they pretty much sell the dream. If that sounds familiar, so selling the dream is pretty much, getting people motivated, getting people recruited on the spot, and just like getting people moving and getting them to really believe that they can make a difference in the life insurance industry, and also make a difference in their own lives by making tons of money, helping tons of people out with their retirement plans, and just really just making an impact, right? So I went to this convention center in Vegas when I was 18 years old. I flew out there. I packed my stuff by myself, and I went out there, and man, it was amazing. I got sold the dream. They're amazing speakers. I cannot doubt that. But I got sold the wrong dream. So a lot of people I know coming in the industry, you're sold that, man, you can make tons of money, but we're not actually told the reality of what is being a life insurance industry. So I kind of want to go into that topic a little bit about what they had me going through, so my experience and what I would have done differently. Okay, so first of all, right after I left that convention, man, I was like, what do I gotta do to make money? Because I see you're making tons of money. I wanna go make money. And, I interviewed tons of people that were making tons of money, right? And the first thing that I noticed that everybody was kept on mentioning was, don't produce, don't sell, but go recruit. And it's super wrong, and I'll tell you guys why. So, but they told me to go recruit. I didn't care. I was like, you know what? If you're telling me to go do this, I'm gonna go do it because I want to go make that money, right? So the system they had was recruit people, sell them a policy, get them licensed, make them do the same thing. Okay, so the process they had was I had to go ahead and contact all my friends and family, which was a little awkward because, it was some friends I didn't even talk to. I had a small group of circle, and, I reached out to tons of these people, and it was just super awkward, trying to bring these people into these calls, into these meetings. And, it just seemed a little sketch. So I did join an MLM. Like I said, I don't want to name the company because they're probably going to say something about it, which I don't really care. But, I'm just giving you guys my experience, right? So I contacted all my friends and family because I was like, you know what? I'm going to do whatever I want. I don't care if I lose these friends. I don't care if I, lose connection with my family. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make this money. Okay, so I contacted all my friends and family. I recruited up to almost 100 people my first year in the insurance industry and sold a couple of my friends and family. But this is a bad thing, okay? So when I joined, I always, in that convention center, they told me this company was the best company. We don't like compare against other companies. We just beat them by tons amount. And I was so close-minded on looking around, shopping around other IMOs or other insurance companies. So the first thing I want to talk about is compensation. So compensation is super big. They started me off at a 25% contract. 25% contract was just pretty much nothing. Okay, so they sold me this dream of if you sell $1,000 in premium, you would make $7,000 in deposits. And I was like, man, $1,000 in premium, that's 500, 2 sales, or 250, 4 sales, right? So I was like, man, if I could at least just get these 4 sales or 2 sales every single month, I would be making bank, right? So as I started to sell my friends and family, I noticed that the compensation wasn't adding up because the deposits were not hitting the same. So make sure you guys look at your compensation. Don't really look at what they're presenting you. Just look at the grid. Percentages, it's what matters. Because sometimes they would, advertise a big number, and the reality is we weren't getting paid that big number. We were getting paid another number, another percentage. Okay, so make sure you guys look at your compensation plan. And the second thing is make sure you get a high compensation, the highest you can get, because you need to pay for marketing. I'll get into that a little bit, right? So the system we had with that company there was after you contact your friends and family, you do all this, you pretty much run out of friends and family because you don't have much friends and family. Me being Mexican, I do have a lot of family members, but after time you ran out of them. So you have to go to malls and stores to go prospect, and it's super weird just, going to gyms, going to malls, going to gas stations, and just trying to make a friend, knowing that deep inside you just want to recruit this dude and you want to sell him the dream when you aren't even living the dream. It's super important that you're living the dream. So make sure you don't recruit. Remember, don't recruit unless you're living the dream. Because how are you going to mentor someone if you're not in that position to mentor someone? Okay, so that's firstly. It was just super weird prospecting the way we did business to get people in the door, get people in meetings, get people on the calls, was just super awkward. I just didn't like go talking to random people. And I knew, me personally, that this wasn't as scalable because, I'm a talkative person, but I know definitely other people out there never and won't ever talk to random people, especially sometimes even their family members, So this is what I would do different. That was kind of my experience. What I would do different is join the industry, get licensed as soon as possible. It took me forever to get licensed, actually. It took me like around 3 to 4 or 5 months, around there. But get licensed as soon as possible. Look at all the companies, look at the comp structure, at least 100%. And this is why I say 100%, okay? So why I recommend 100% is because you need to run ads, okay? And ads cost money. So if you're at a low compensation, you're gonna be paying for these ads and the profit won't be as high. You're gonna have high margins between ad cost and return on investment, okay? So make sure you're in a high compensation, at least 100%. And then second thing is, if you want, when you join the industry, to get a couple of money, if you don't have money in the bank to go spend on ads, go and tell your friends and family. I never thought that was a bad thing, but don't hard sell them. Just tell them, hey, look, this is what I do. If you need something, let me know, or you know someone, let me know, but I'm here for you. That's it. Don't try and hard sell them. I hate when people get hard closed, and I had to put my friends and family in these tough situations where, they had no option but to buy, and, it turns up to, just getting chargebacks, and it's not really the good way of doing business. Okay, so high comp. The second thing I want to talk about is marketing. Marketing is super important because if you don't have people coming in, you won't be able to work on your sales and actually have an active, productive day. Okay, so you want to make sure you get the marketing down. I recommend getting this done for you. And no, I do not mean buying leads from a lead vendor, because lead vendors have to profit off you somehow. There's margins into everything, right? So I recommend generating your own leads. Paying for someone to actually go help you with that. My boy Johnny Nitafan, shout you out. He actually helped me out with that. But if you guys want to go hit him up on Instagram, his name is Johnny Nitafan. YouTube, Johnny Nitafan. And get this marketing done for you, because it's super important. If you don't have people coming in every single day wanting to get insurance, then you're not going to be selling. You can't work on the actual skill that you need. Okay, so with that being said, me personally, I niched up into the final expense industry. The reason why is because it's an emotional sale. I'm not selling a transaction like a retirement account. I'm selling an emotional sale. If you don't buy this, your family's gonna have to pay for that burden. How do you feel about that? And bad or good, it's an emotional sale, right? They get into their feelings about it. So niche up. The niches is in the riches, what I heard. But lastly, get a mentor. Okay, this is super important. No matter what industry you're in, I recommend getting a mentor that is doing a lot better than you, and someone that you would actually want to switch positions with. So I would at least recommend their mentor to be making 40K minimum in deposits profit. Okay, and the reason why I'm saying that is because they gotta be making money. They can't just be talking and they're not actually showing proof of what they're actually doing, and living the dream pretty much. So make sure they're actually making tons of money, and make sure they're very good at producing, because there's a difference. In this industry you can recruit and you can produce. Make sure they're a high producer so you can learn the skill of sales. Okay, so I want to make sure when you guys get into this industry, you guys dial in on your sales. Okay, so what I mean by dialing into your sales is dialing at least minimum $450 every single day. Getting 2 to 5 presentations every single day, and working on your tonality, working on your questions, and just hearing your calls, call reviews and everything, and just make sure your sales are dialed in, because you could always fix your marketing, but once you fix your sales, no matter what industry you're in, like if I would put myself in solar, pest control, whatever industry, I know how to sell. Okay, that skill is never gonna go away. It's super important you build that skill, okay? And lastly, it's pretty simple. I want you guys to believe you guys could actually make it. So I had this one trip at this one guy, he's a hypnosis guy. And he mentioned this one thing, it was super cool. And he made us do like this exercise where, we grabbed a piece of paper and we were like, in 3 months, how much money do you think you can make? And then, I put down a number and he was like, double that. And then so we doubled that, and then we put that number down, and he was like, who's confident that they can make this money? Raise your hands. Everybody raised their hand, right? And now the next question he asked was like, now be realistic with yourself. Who's confident, like super confident that you could actually make that? And then I just saw tons of people, lowering their hand. So one thing I can recommend you guys is a dime that I got from him is he told me that you just told me that you're confident that you won't make that amount of money. So first thing is believing. If you don't believe, you just won't make it. Okay, so I really believe in manifestation. So believe. The second thing is apply. You could believe all you want, but if you don't do the actual action, then you won't get anything to track or anything, right? So believe, apply, track. It's super important you guys track everything that you guys do. I get everything dialed in, from my diet, from how much dials I make, from how much contacts I make, from how much presentations, how much sales, how much talk time. So make sure you guys track everything. Also make sure you guys get feedback. Like I said, this mentor, make sure he's open to give you guys feedback and actually him wanting to help you guys out. And then lastly, just repeating, okay? So it takes time to make money in this industry. I'm gonna be really realistic with you guys. But as long as you guys get the first 1,000 hours in this industry, the faster you guys do that, the faster you guys will advance in this industry. So I really advise you guys to, go over this again. High comp, marketing done for you. Don't buy from lead vendors. Get in the final expense industry where it's an emotional sell. Get a mentor that's producing very, very high. And lastly, dial in your sales, tonality, track everything, believe, apply, track, feedback, and repeat. Okay, so that's it for me. Hey, if you guys like this video, go ahead and subscribe and go ahead and comment if you guys got something out of it. Okay, share this with your friends and family. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys got something out of this today. But hey, I'll leave you guys today. You guys have a good one, okay? Bye-bye.